Dear my beloved audiences, today I want to tell you a story which is called Shadow in the Storm. Shadow was a sleek black German shepherd, trained as a search and rescue dog, but now living a quieter life in a small mountain town with his new best friend, Jake, a 12-year-old boy full of curiosity and dreams of becoming a firefighter. Jake and Shadow were inseparable. Every morning, they would explore the woods behind Jake's house, running through the trees and pretending they were on a mission to save lives. One summer afternoon, Jake's parents decided to take a short trip into town, leaving Jake and Shadow at home. The sky was clear, but weather changes quickly in the mountains. By late afternoon, dark clouds rolled in, and the wind howled through the trees. A sudden summer storm struck with full force. Rain poured, thunder roared, and lightning cracked across the sky. Jake, excited and a little reckless, decided to go into the woods with Shadow to watch the storm. He knew the trails well, but the rain turned the ground to mud and made it hard to see. Within minutes, Jake slipped and rolled down a small ravine, twisting his ankle badly. He cried out in pain, unable to stand. Shadow barked and ran down to him, whining and licking his face. Jake tried to move, but couldn't. "Go get help, boy," he said through gritted teeth, but Shadow refused to leave. Instead, he lay beside Jake, keeping him warm as the storm grew worse around them. Night fell quickly, and the forest became pitch black. Shadow stood guard all night, ears alert, muscles tense. Every time Jake stirred or groaned, Shadow nudged him gently and lay back down beside him. The temperature dropped, and Jake began to shiver. At dawn, the rain finally eased. Shadow stood, looked at Jake, and barked. Jake nodded weakly. "Okay, go," he said. This time, Shadow obeyed. He ran, fast and focused, down the trail. He remembered the path. He had taken it with Jake 100 times before. He raced through the wet underbrush, splashing through puddles, his paws soaked and sore. He didn't stop. Back at the edge of the woods, he spotted a ranger's truck on the road. Shadow ran straight into the path of the vehicle, barking like mad. The ranger, startled, stopped the truck. Shadow barked again, then ran a few feet into the woods, looking back as if to say, "Follow me." The ranger understood. He grabbed his radio and followed the dog into the forest. It took nearly an hour of careful hiking, but Shadow never gave up. He led the ranger straight to the ravine where Jake lay, pale but awake. Relief flooded Jake's face when he saw Shadow appear through the bushes, followed by the ranger. "He didn't leave me," Jake whispered as the ranger checked his ankle and called for backup. "He stayed all night." Paramedics arrived soon after and carried Jake out safely. The story spread quickly through the town. A brave dog had saved his best friend by staying through a storm and guiding help to him at dawn. The local news did a feature on them titled "Shadow in the Storm, A Dog's Loyalty." Weeks later, after Jake's ankle healed, the fire department invited him and Shadow to visit the station. They presented Shadow with an honorary rescue medal, a small, shiny badge that Jake proudly attached to Shadow's collar. From that day on, Jake and Shadow were no longer just best friends. They were partners, heroes in their own way. And while Shadow never boasted or barked about what he had done, his eyes always held a quiet wisdom. He had done what dogs do best: protect, stay loyal, and never give up. And every time thunder rumbled in the distance, Jake would smile, look at Shadow, and say, "Remember the storm?" And Shadow, tail wagging, would give a soft bark, as if to say, "I never forgot." If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it, and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much, and goodbye.